red light is on now.
Hey, welcome you guys. We have got Karen over here, Karen Brooks from Dirt Rag. I'm Chris Kosha, and we're taking a look at some products from the periphery, if you will. Is that the way to put it, Karen?
Yeah, basically, every year in Interbike, at the Dirt Rag booth, various people show up with products that they've made in their garage, in their basement. They don't have a booth, but they want to try to get some publicity, and for some reason the Dirt Rag booth is the one they come to. And we welcome all those type of people. Generally, those are the most passionate people out there, so we'd love to hear about those type of things. Always really interesting.
Well, I think it's probably because Dirt Rag itself was a product that kind of came from the ground up. I mean, it was a self-made, garage band magazine kind of a deal, right? I mean, so
technically it was in the basement, but
yeah, there you go. So right out there on Saxonbury Road, but let's jump in here with Chris Beech. We have Chris Beech, who is welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
Hey, we're in Vegas, man. Chris Beech, yeah.
I still have my black and white dirt
Which one of these? Chris Beech from Thick Bikes, is that correct?
Thick Bikes.
Thick Bikes and custom bike builder.
Yep.
Furniture maker. And then combine the two in a mashup, as the kids say.
Yeah.
And
it's a remix.
And we came up with this guy right over here.
That's it.
So tell us about this bike. First of all, the question that came to my mind already, how long did it take you to make that?
That is the most popular question. That's the number one question right there.
Oh,
ding, ding, ding. You win. You win nothing. No, but it took me about 7 or 8 days of all day work, welding.
Yeah.
A lot of welding. That's not including the design time. I have no idea how long. It had to brew for a while.
So it was you put this on pen and paper and came up with it first.
Sketch it out in 2 dimensions, which is hard to do because it's sort of a 3-dimensional piece. But yeah.
Did you have a hard time getting the alignment straight? I mean, when I look at that, that's what I think of. Second.
Yeah. Well, I had to make a special jig for it. So, but it's basically the same as any other bike.
Yeah.
So.
How does it ride?
Rides
I haven't
great.
got to try it.
It rides really great. Yeah. I mean, aside from the looks you get, it's got a real. It's stiff, but yet it's compliant. I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. It's really comfortable. Front end's a little heavy because I made that fork huge, but it's all aesthetics.
Yeah.
So.
This is a one-off. I mean, you're not cranking these out on a regular basis.
Yeah. One of the many names I had for it is the art bike, just because it's a piece of art. But it's also been called the wireframe, or the spider bike, or the elephant bike, or people call it the Hulk, or
the Hulk. That's a good name for it.
Some names. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. Now,
you need some purple shorts.
No place for a water bottle.
You can actually stick it right in there in the frame, right above the crank.
It looks to me like you could stick all kinds of things in.
Yeah, you could really store it in.
Go grocery shopping and have tomatoes like in between.
That is not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. You could be a self-supporting bike, the entire thing. But yeah, that's great. And now, the stuff that you're doing custom bikes.
Yeah.
The stuff that you're doing outside of the art type projects. Any similarity? I mean, is there anything?
Not really. That's a complete departure from when normally I make like a mountain bike cross with a BMX bike, sort of a heavy-duty dirt jumping kind of trail thing. Yeah. This is totally,
So this is
different.
This just was like you said, hey, I want to.
Yeah, I mean, I like to mix it up. I don't like to make the same thing all the time. So, like I said, I make furniture. I do other kind of welding projects. I'm working on a Japanese kind of style screen that's made out of like recycled cogs,
nice.
Just like a big sheet of them. So I mean, whatever I can think of, I like to make stuff.
Did anything come out of this? You built this. This is obviously another project, a one-off, it's for fun. But you said, hey, anything come out of this that resulted in improvements or changes to your standard bike frames, your standard bike design?
Not really. I mean, the only thing that came out of this is that I want to make another one. I think I overbuilt it. I want to make it lighter. I'm thinking integrated racks, maybe integrated fenders. There's all kinds of things that lend itself. You can pretty much do anything with the material. So we'll see. Maybe next year I'll come back with something different.
Maybe something in tie. Maybe like a titanium.
Oh, you're getting expensive.
Yeah.
I was thinking stainless maybe and brush it up.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
So I wouldn't have to powder coat it.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah. So.
The chain, the detail, the chain right here.
You notice the vintage Tioga chain made by Izumi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was wondering
there's,
where you.
there's no
got
green
that.
chains on the market today. Somebody please make me a green chain, but no, I had to buy a vintage one. It's like a 20-year-old chain off of eBay.
That'll be, you know what, that'll be next year. There'll be some guy on the periphery of Interbike
Green chains.
Yeah, with
doing
green
doing
chains.
colored chains, exactly, out there,
Chain.
chains to match.
And where is this bike? It actually is being shown on the floor.
Yeah, actually, the guys at Sweet Skins, I rolled up on them and I said, put this in your booth with your tires on it. It'll get some press and.
And those are some pretty awesome looking tires,
So,
I have
yeah,
to say.
they
I've
got
seen
their snake tires. I think they're called the Diamondbacks.
They almost look like they could bite you.
Yeah.
Now,
So they've been showing it off for me on top of their trailer over in the Sweet Skins booth.
Oh, nice. And a really cool compliment. When we were over here
Oh,
doing a little
yes.
pre-interview, a guy walks up. Well,
didn't-
go ahead, tell him, because it's too
I didn't
cool,
recognize
man.
him, but it was Ernesto Colnago, and he told me that it was a nice bike. And
He's built a few bikes himself.
I
that
think
Ernesto
there's a
fella.
small company out there called Colnago, and
Another garage tinker.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's
on
a
the
basement.
periphery here
In
at
Italy, of
Interbike.
course,
yeah.
but
Yeah, no, that was. I mean, I was when I saw and I realized who it was, and I just kind of backed off and I
He
let you.
pointed at his name tag, and I was like, "Whoa, okay." I've
Yeah,
heard of
no,
that.
totally,
Colnago.
totally cool,
Yeah.
and a bike deserves that kind of attention. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an
Colnago
attention
is not adverse to doing different things and things differently, and
They've had some
definitely
beautiful
fits into their
bikes.
philosophy.
so I have to point out that Chris is also from Pittsburgh. He's a
That's right.
homeboy of ours at Dirt Rag, so
There you go.
cool.
There you go. So you'll see this rolling through the hills of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Down the south side streets,
slopes.
slopes, down the slopes.
We pointed out on the way over here, we almost had to take out some tourists with the cow catcher front end, as he put it. So,
So
sure that's
good
in the
bike
south
for
side
here
of
at
Pittsburgh.
Interbike. Hey, Chris, man, thank you very much. It was
you.
a pleasure. Beautiful bike.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for being on.
All right.